Small world. A fellow over there I work with on the building site, Tom, number 22. She's got tattooed on him actually. And then I meet him again. The 22 number, it keeps on turning up. I can't escape it. He's number 22. What do numbers mean to you? I tell you what, this is my BKFC Rome review. What a fantastic night for the red corner. Do you know what? There was some big upsets. I think Walter Pugilisto, what a cruiserweight. The man's a beast. What an explosive knockout as he defeats Britain's undefeated Carl Thompson, the Wasp, in the first round, the very first round. He wiped him out. What a fantastic performance. That guy, he's just gone bosh up in the rankings. So look, we all start on one fight in the BKFC, one fight, one win. I was in that position, and then imagine if I would have knocked out Danny Christie. That would have elevated me to, you know, maybe a title shot next. But, you know, I didn't. But Walter did. He smashed that Carl Thompson. So that was a great performance. And there were some fights there that I thought I knew the outcome of. Like, for example, I presumed that Jimmy Sweeney, the BKB King, would have beaten Trinidad Snake. But no, it wasn't to be. In the third round, Jimmy Sweeney suffered an orbital fracture. Now, I've seen a post-interview of Jimmy Sweeney, and he's got the mark on his eye, and you can see it's real bad bruising. And that's the thing about bare knuckle. I watched it on Instagram on the BKFC replay, and I cannot see Trinidad Snake land the punch. It must have been so quick. It must have been Sweeney's face like ducking into a little flash check hook. Bang, and that's all it takes to split a knuckle open. So the Snake beats Jimmy Sweeney. And let's face it, Jimmy Sweeney had such a close fight against Rico Franco. Sweeney didn't lose any stock in that fight. And I was thinking to myself, well, if this is an eye poke, then this is terrible, because I've suffered one of those eye pokes, and I tell you what, I was in shock. If it's happened to you before, then you might realise you're going to be okay. But for someone like myself who's never been poked in the eye like that, with a thumb right in the eye, it was panic, you know. I was in shock. I just held my eyeball and got counted out for the 10 seconds. And that would look like what happened to Jimmy Sweeney. But obviously, with him holding his eyeball on the floor, you could see he's not knocked out, but you could see he's in severe pain. And he was in severe pain because he broke his orbital bone. But yeah, another red corner decision. Let's keep on going. There was some more not upsets, because anything can happen in bare knuckle boxing, but the Tabia, what a bad decision that was. That was on the prelims. His name's Enzo Tabia. He fights from Venice. I had special interest in this fighter. I'll tell you why. Because I wanted to fight him. He was coming off knockout of the night on the BKFC Florence. And yeah, they got him a Moroccan, Italian-based opponent. And I think Enzo was coming on strong in the third round. I believe that Enzo was going to win that fight. It looked like it. It even done his opponent's eye. But what happened was, his opponent had poked him in the eye. And he grabbed his eye, he grabbed his eye and turned his back. That's all he did. It was obvious that he was suffered an eye injury. He went like that, hands out, like I can't see. And then he went like that, and then obviously his opponent went to cheap shot him, and the referee called it off and said that his opponent was a winner because Enzo turned his back. That was a terrible call, a terrible decision. Bad refereeing by the Bulgarian. He's got no place refereeing bare knuckle boxing, because that was obviously the guy, can't see my eye, yeah? You know, he's winning the fight. That was bad. Well, other fights was a bit of an upset. So that I considered to be an upset. I thought there was gonna, you know, to be honest with you, the matchmaking's great in the BKFC. They're not giving these guys easy fights. They're making them work for it. So even the blue corner was Gabriel's corner. And these fighters that I'm talking about, a lot of them, Gabriel's fighters. So the ones that done the best at the stable was Pugilisto. But like ones like Dan Chapman, he's invested a lot of money in Dan Chapman, you know, feeling like he was going to win that fight. He didn't win. another upset. You know, he got his first loss. So Blue Corner, Sweeney lost, Chapman lost. Any more upsets? There was some title fight. I tell you what, it was a good night of fighting. Ben Bonner. Let's not talk about the Ben Bonner fight versus Franco. Franco's an animal, aggressive, come forward fighter. That's how they award these fights in the BKFC. Even if the other fighter lands more punches and misses more punches, it's not boxing. It's the fighter that's got the aggression and the will to win. And that's how Franco wins on points. But it was a close fight, and Ben Bonner done himself proud. Ben Bonner is a boxer, and Ben Bonner has got knockout power, and Ben Bonner could have knocked Franco out, but it wasn't to be. So his back foot boxing didn't get him the win, even though he'd done more damage. And you know, on any boxing fight, Ben Bonner would have won, but this is BKFC, aggression, come forward fighting, and that. Listen, get me back on the BKFC. I've got special interest in fighting for BKFC Italy. Reason being, I've got Italian family, and my grandmother was Italian, and yeah, I want one more fight for the BKFC. I want to fight in the BKFC Italy. Not that this is going to help me get a fight in the BKFC Italy, but just talking about it. And you know, I was in attendance in Florence. I didn't go to Rome because I'm in Florida right now via California. And yeah, I definitely enjoyed the show. Gabrielle's spirits, big up to Gabrielle, because let's face it, it's men like him that are making moves in Europe. That's why we're having these spectacles. You know, David Feldman's sort of, he controls America. You've got Bakewell in the UK, and Gabrielle's running the flag for Europe. I mean, the BKFC Bulgaria didn't happen. Lubo. And there's many fighters from the UK that want to fight in BKFC Europe. Fighters like me, Pick Jardine, it goes on, and they must be inundated with requests wanting to fight in Rome. Who wouldn't want to fight in Rome? But I'm going to do my best. I'm working behind the scenes. I confidently say that I will fight in Italy one day for the BKFC. And until then, I'll continue watching it as a fan. And yeah, let me know your reviews if you watched the BKFC Italy, what you thought of the action. And yeah, favourite fight of the night? The knockout of the night was, who got the knockout of the night? Oh, that little gypsy fellow. I can't remember his name, but he's got the Romany gypsy flag. He's the new featherweight champion. And yeah, he sells a lot of tickets. He was a big ticket seller in Marbella. His surname's Gatti or something. I don't know, but he's a good little fighter. Conor McGregor says he's lightning in a bottle. So I look forward to watching him fight again. And yeah, let me know your thoughts and your comments of the BKFC Italy review. Not very organised, I know, but I'm just trying to make some content while I'm away. Have a great day, people.